The Domovina program was filled with exciting experiences. We visited larger cities and small towns, islands and beaches, museums and historical sites, political and military institutions, and we ate at some incredible restaurants where they prepared copious amounts of Croatian specialties for us.
Program Domovina je nastao u suradnji Središnjeg državnog ureda za Hrvate izvan Republike Hrvatske i ACAP-a, Association of Croatian American Professionals, i nastao na način vrlo specifično da su i ACAP je imao ideju da stvore program poput Domovine i ured je krenuo istovremeno u stvaranje programa. I 2017. godine u Čikagu na konferenciji smo se susreli, donijeli smo odluku da taj program izvedemo zajedno. Tako da je zapravo to kolaboracija između Vlade Republike Hrvatske, odnosno Središnjeg državnog ureda i Udruženja američko-hrvatskih profesionalaca u SAD-u.
While I have visited Dubrovnik every summer, it was special seeing it through the eyes of my new friends. Noticing their excitement and curiosity reminded me how magical of a place it truly is. As Abril from Argentina told me, the Domovina trip was a unique and unforgettable experience. Being able to discover my roots while sharing that with people from all over the world and touring the country together for 2 weeks left me delighted and eager to return. Croatia has so many beautiful places, but if I had to choose, my favorite city was Dubrovnik. It is a magical place. Its medieval walls and the warmth of its people really attracted my attention.
Dubrovnik kao grad je biser Jadrana i mislim da je svim Hrvatima drago ga posjetiti, tako i pripadnicima hrvatskog iseljeništva, pogotovo mladima. To je jedna ljepota koja je internacionalno poznata i upravo iz tog razloga smo shvatili da je najbolje započeti putovanje s tim i drugo, jako je dobra zračna povezanost u ljetnim mjesecima, tako da je jednostavno danas doći do Dubrovnika.
We visited Lokrum Island, just a short boat ride away from Dubrovnik's port. We cooled off in the sea after walking the city walls. The cable car offers the best view of the old town and surrounding area. The Mount Srđ War Museum provided detailed information about the attack on Dubrovnik in 1991. We traveled by boat to Cavtat and explored its famous mausoleum, designed by Ivan Meštrović, and the house of painter Vlaho Bukovac. In Konavle, we were welcomed by a fellow woman of Croatian origin who grew up in Australia and returned to live in Croatia. She gave us a tour of Konavlski Dvor, its mill, and taught us about traditions of the region. After staying 3 nights in Dubrovnik, we began our journey by bus to the Neretva Valley, known for its rich agriculture.
I love Croatia.
Kada smo bili na vožnji lađama Neretvom, točno se vidjelo da je svatko u sebi pronalazio onaj hrvatski dio i da su se polaznici u grupi počeli poistovjećivati jedni s drugima. To je taj trenutak kada počinju prepričavati obiteljske priče. Neko je možda odrastao u Australiji, neko u Argentini, neko u Kanadi, ali svi imaju nekakve pojmove koji su im jako zajednički i onaj trenutak kada grupa međusobno počne to prepoznavati, to je taj trenutak u programu kada grupa postaje povezanija, jedinstvena i tad znamo da je program uspio.
We were met with a traditionally prepared meal and danced kolo. We learned about Roman ruins in the Narona Museum and visited the Pelješac Bridge on our way to Ston. The hike up its walls, the second longest after the Great Wall of China, was certainly worth the view.
Last 20 years, it became so popular that you don't have any festivity without soparnik.
We all loved the demonstration of how to make soparnik. It felt like a big family dinner.
One of my favorite Domovina highlights was the soparnik experience. We visited a farmhouse near Omiš and were given a warm welcome with a huge spread of fresh, locally produced food and a live demonstration of preparing a regional specialty, a delicious charred pie called soparnik. We enjoyed the spread all together with our hosts for several hours in what felt like a relaxed and joyful backyard family gathering. When I returned home, this memory kept coming back, so I tried making soparnik myself. Every step of the process, from getting the best ingredients I could find, to rolling out the dough, assembling the pie, baking, and finally tasting that olive oil and garlic explosion, brings me back to that time. This has become my go-to solution for when I'm missing Croatia and the Domovina group.
I absolutely love being here. It's like coming home to visit family every meal we have so far on the trip. It's been a really great impression. I've only been here once before, 9 years ago, and so coming back has been really special.
My impression of Croatia has been amazing. I think it's one of the most beautiful countries, if not the most beautiful I've visited. I mean, the people are nice, the food is great, the nature is stunning. No, I really love this country. Through this program, we've learned a lot about the resources like the government offers to the diaspora, which I wasn't aware of before. So after learning about those and living here for a little bit longer and seeing the rest of the country, I do think it would be an amazing place to live in.
I just got my citizenship a few weeks ago, so I am actually considering it right now. It would be really nice.
The waves, the louder the sound. This is one amazing project from 2005, and this is our...
A walking tour of Zadar was a great preview to seeing its coastline by boat. Music and dance are truly universal languages.
Sharing the experiences together as a group made it even more meaningful. We came from different places and cultural backgrounds, but learned firsthand the power of sharing a Croatian connection. The friendships made on this trip are the kind that can last a lifetime.
In Sinj, we visited the new Sinjska Alka Museum, dedicated to the traditional game where riders on horseback compete to hit a small metal target with a long spear. This year was its 310th anniversary. We visited Ivan Meštrović's museum and saw his sculptures in the surrounding gardens.
S obzirom da se radi o 4. generaciji, mogu slobodno reći da smo imali sudionike iz gotovo cijelog svijeta. Polaznici su nam došli iz Kanade, SAD-a, Argentine, Čilea, Brazila, Perua, Australije, Južne Afrike, Švicarske i Ujedinjene Kraljevine, te Irske.
The Diocletian's Palace is an impressive and historic attraction to Split's center, dating back to the 3rd century. Ozal is located near Karlovac along the Kupa River. We toured its castle, which dates back to the 13th century.
Nastojimo pokazati neke gradove koji su svojstveni i poznati, imaju važnost hrvatskom narodu. Tako mislim na Varaždin, koji je zapravo prvi hrvatski glavni grad, ili Ozalj, koji isto ima u statusu u nekoj kratkoj povijesnoj fazi glavnog grada. I mislimo da srednjovjekovlje je nešto što preko oceanske države, od kojih većina polaznika programa, to im je prilika da vide tvrđave, da vide jednostavno jednu srednjovjekovnu kulturu u toj europskoj formi i da shvate da oni pripadaju toj kulturi.
I was in Croatia last when I was 6. I don't remember it that much. I do remember certain coastal areas and visiting my family, but I haven't been here in a long time, and seeing all of the beautiful cultural sites and attractions of Croatia really made me feel more connected to my cultural heritage.
I'm 100% Croatian. All 4 of my grandparents are from Croatia. So 3 years ago we came to visit, and we mostly just stayed with family. And Claudia, my friend, her cousin had done the program a couple years back, so we decided we wanted to come do it together so that we could really explore ourselves and see the heritage of Croatia and explore other places that not many people think of coming to.
We were fascinated to see old weapons and artifacts, and to learn that Nikola Tesla built one of the first hydroelectric dams here in Ozal in 1908. In nearby Krasić, we visited the church of Aloysius Stepinac, a notable Croatian cardinal. They call Varaždin Little Vienna, and we certainly saw its influence on the architecture.
ACAP-ova nadležnost u programu Domovina je upravo izbor kandidata, obrađivanje prijava, intervjui s kandidatima i oni obavijeste ured o tome koji su kandidati izabrani svake generacije, dok je uredova nadležnost organiziranje i provedba samog programa. Ured osmišljava lokacije, susrete, muzeje, cijeli sadržaj programa je na razini ureda.
I think it's beautiful to come to this part of the city. I think it's nice to see the older towns as well, and there's a lot of history behind it. So, yeah, I find it very interesting. It's nice to see the seaside, but it's also beautiful to see the city.
Bio sam u Zagrebu, naučio sam jezik na Filozofskom fakultetu u Croatikumu. To je program Ureda za Hrvate izvan Republike Hrvatske.
We met with the county prefect who shared about the benefits of life in Croatia.
Interes hrvatske vlade za ovim programom je značajan. Mislim da to sudionici mogu najbolje posvjedočiti po broju primanja, susreta sa premijerom, županima, gradonačelnicima, načelnicima općina, koje su svake godine zapravo sve aktivniji u sudjelovanju u programu. I naš interes vlade, interes ureda je da se približi sve hrvatske institucije mladim pripadnicima hrvatskog iseljeništva, da oni dobiju sliku da su to i njihovi predstavnici i njihova vlada, da smo pripadnici jednog nedjeljivog hrvatskog naroda i da su sva vrata u Hrvatskoj njima otvorena.
In Marija Bistrica, we made our own traditional heart ornaments called licitarsko srca. We were honored to meet Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and the State Secretary of the Central State Office for Croats Abroad, Zvonko Milas, at the government headquarters in Zagreb. Luis from Peru shared a heartfelt story of his desire to live in Croatia 100 years after his great-grandfather migrated.
My great-grandfather left the island of Cholta in 1929 and came to Peru. I would be proud to return here by 2029, 100 years after his departure from his homeland. 100 years of living outside Croatia have not made us forget who we are and where we belong.
One thing I'll always remember is how we were welcomed everywhere we went. Whether it was a museum or a restaurant or even the Prime Minister's office, there was a genuine desire to share acceptance and belonging by everyone we encountered along the way. It's as if they all conspired to send us the same general message. Welcome home.
An unforgettable part of our tour was seeing the Vukovar General Hospital and Memorial. Our tour guide shared that he was 7 years old when he himself took shelter in the hospital with his family under the attack by Serbian forces in 1991. During that time, each adult received 1 piece of bread per day, and kids got half.
My heart feels very heavy as, you're approaching the hospital, you're going down into the basement, you're hearing all these stories, you're looking on the walls and you're seeing all of the people that have given their sacrifices to their homeland, their city, where they're from. It's very heavy on my heart. My heart just breaks for all the children, the wounded, the medical staff, everyone that devoted their life to, help save their country, help fight for what they believe in.
It's heavy. This is a really heavy experience, and you can read about it in books, but when you see the actual tanks, you see the pictures of prisoners of war. It's. I'm not sure I have all the words right now, but it is a heavy experience.
We went to the top of the Vukovar water tower, which impressively stayed standing after being bombed and has since been preserved and turned into a monument.
My great-great-grandparents were from Croatia, from Brač Island and from Selce. My ancestors from Croatia were very long, so much ago, like in the 1880s. So I didn't have that much of a connection with the country, but now being here, and today here in Vukovar especially, I feel more connected from the bravery and courage of and perseverance of the Croatian people. I'm interested in living here in Croatia and learning the language.
My mother lived in Croatia until she was 29 and moved to New York 2 years before the Homeland War. During the war, she could not contact her family, and being separated from them was very difficult. For me, visiting Vukovar for the first time and seeing a glimpse of life during the war made me feel the weight of it that still remains.
Danas vrlo potresnog dana gdje smo obišli memorijalne lokacije za Domovinskog rata u Vukovaru. Evo sad se upravo vraćamo sa spomen doma u Ovčari. Mogu samo reći da su iznimno potreseni, da su razumjeli koliki je značaj Domovinskog rata, koliki je značaj grada Vukovara i obrane grada Vukovara za stvaranje Hrvatske države. I mislim da su dobili jedno puno temeljitije razumijevanje svega što se događalo ovdje 90. godina. Nakon ovog iskustva oni imaju jednu puno dublju povezanost sa Republikom Hrvatskom. U prosjeku 30% njih se vrati na nekakvu formu ili školovanja ili učenja jezika. Neki se vraćaju ovdje trajno, ali to su odluke koje se ne donose neposredno nakon samog projekta, nego se to odluka koja sazrijeva u njima po povratku. I iznimno je to lijep postotak i nadamo se da će samo se nastaviti u tom smjeru.
Bili bi najsretniji da ono što vidimo da se događa, da se vraćaju, a to žele, iskazuju želje za preseljenje, posebno za učenje hrvatskog jezika, i to je u stvari cilj, povezivanje posebno mladih iseljenika, njihovo upoznavanje sa svim što Hrvatska nosi, kažemo od povijesti do dana današnjeg, ali i s tim što Hrvatska danas je, ne samo u svim asocijacijama, ne samo kao članica Evropske unije, nego što je Hrvatska danas u životu. Dakle, sigurnost koja postoji u svakodnevnom životu Hrvatske za njih je fascinantna, neprepoznatljiva, dakle bez obzira od kuda dolaze. Tako da projekat ima jako puno smisla, sve institucije od predsjednika vlade, sabora, svih primjera lokalne zajednice, i to je najbolje što pokazujemo doista da su dobro došli i da nisu tu gosti, nego da su dio onoga što Hrvatska je.
Svim polaznicima Središnji državni ured tijekom programa obavijesti o svim mogućnostima koje hrvatska vlada organizira za pripadnike hrvatskog iseljeništva. To bi informacije o programima učenja hrvatskog jezika u domovini, o javnim pozivima, javnim natječajima kojima mogu kao pripadnici hrvatskog iseljeništva sudjelovati, odnosno dobiti financijsku podršku za projekte, o posebnoj upisnoj kvoti koju mogu koristiti za jednostavniji upis na hrvatska sveučilišta, odnosno visoka učilišta, i ostalim mjerama poput Biram Hrvatsku za početak, odnosno to je mjera kojom se potiče povratak iseljenika, financijski se podržava njihov povratak i samozapošljavanja.
Slavonia is known for its wine production, so we toured the vineyards of Principovac Winery. I have received the Fulbright grant and will be living in Croatia for the next year, making a documentary about return migration of the Croatian diaspora. The Domovina program was so well aligned with my upcoming project and my desire to continue to connect with my roots.